Hello everyone, this is Lakshmi Nandan Kamath and welcome to a new video from Lakshmi Kamath Vlogs. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube journey. This video is this it pains my heart to make this video today. I've been missing in action and I've not been uploading videos for quite some time now, and I did let you all know that my we lost my father to sudden cardiac arrest, and his we are still in shock and we are not able to come out of it. On July 11th, 2025, it was a very normal day in our life. We were in Bangalore and my father was in Udupi, and he was supposed to join us that day. He was having a train to Bangalore, and that night he was having a train to Bangalore. That morning, so much happened. So what happened, I will tell you. We had my cousin's son's Brahmopadesha on July 13th, and it was decided long back in December itself. So we booked train tickets for my father, and we were confused. We had booked my train tickets for my father around May, uh, because trains, Udupi to Bangalore train, as you know, Panchaganga is always full. So we got this in two-tier AC, and we booked one ticket for him. And about me, my mom, and Guruji and the baby, we were confused how to travel. We were thinking, let's go by flight or let's go by car. We were not sure, or by train, because the baby is very cranky. And then we got another housewarming function. So then we had to go 1 week ahead. My father told he has a train booked and he is not comfortable by car, and he had other functions that week. So we left around July 3rd, which was this function on July 5th we had to attend. So we left on July 3rd, and he said he'll come on July 11th itself, where his train ticket was booked. So we went by car, having daily video calls and all that. And probably he started feeling lonely, because from past 6 months I was staying in Udupi itself, at the same house with the baby, and all of a sudden the entire house got empty, and it was heavy rains here in July. So probably he started feeling lonely. I'm not sure what happened. July 10th, we talked to him over video call. He was very happy with the baby, and he was saying, I'll come to meet you guys tomorrow. I'm coming by train. And he has roamed entire Udupi as he does normally. He has gone to collect things for us, all the groceries and so many things. He generally brings a lot of things whenever he comes to Bangalore. On July 11th morning, um, around 10:30, we get a call from our neighbor saying that your father is critical. Take a flight right now and come to Udupi. And we were shocked. We were like, oh my god, what happened? She said, I've brought him to TMFI hospital, and then he's under treatment here. And then we were like shocked. My mother started crying right away. I said, maybe he got a heart attack and they're doing a surgery. They'll take him for open heart surgery or bypass or whatever. Don't worry. And then I called my relative, my brother Shashi Bhushan Kini, and I told him to go to the hospital right away. He went there. And then my neighbor said, saying he's responding now. And then we were okay, thinking that okay, he'll be taken to hospital. And then we started packing, because we had to come to Udupi. We started packing all our stuff, and all the way we had got a flight around 4:30 in the evening from Bangalore. Then we started packing, because we had taken everything from here for the baby. So our main concern was the baby's things. So we had to pack, and we were coming by flight now. We didn't know how the baby will react. So we were just engrossed in that, and they were telling that your father is critical. That's it. 4:30 we boarded the flight, and then I was hoping, and we were praying to God and all of that. And then we reached Mangalore airport around 6:30. Our uncle came to pick us up, and then after reaching Mangalore airport around 6:30 in the evening, my husband told that there's no pulse. That was like a shock of our life. We couldn't believe what we just heard, me and my mother. We came near from Mangalore, we came near Suratkal. There around, we were still hopeful that Pulse will be back. Our family doctor, Dr. Gauri, my pediatrician, she called and told that I'm sorry, I am offering my condolences for your father. And I was like, oh my god, what just happened? And then she said, he's no more. I was like, what? Now, how do I tell this to my mother? We're in the car, and then she asked what happened. And then she told, your father is no more. And I was like, my mother started crying, I started crying. I don't know. That was like the worst nightmare. We just hoped it was false. I really can't process it. My father was a very active man. I mean, he was fit and active, and he's nobody who slept with an illness or something like that. What happened that morning on July 11th, he had a shoulder cramp, it seems. Our maid who comes to wash clothes told us this, that he got shoulder cramp, and he told her that I can't dry clothes, I can't lift my hand. 9:45 or something, she came, I guess. When she came, he was giving ice, he was keeping ice pack on his shoulder. She dried the clothes, and then he told her apparently that he's feeling tired, ಸುಸ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ನನಗೆ. After that, he has tried calling too many doctors who around 10 in the morning, I think 9:45, 10 in the morning, he has called few of his doctors. They must be busy with their, hospitals and things, clinics and OPD. None of them picked his call. And then he called one of the doctors for shoulder cramp, and he has told them, I'm shivering and shoulder pain. Probably that doctor might have told to take somebody along with my father and visit nearest hospital, or maybe go to KMC Manipal. He called his friend and he told him, come right now, take me to hospital. His friend was in Manipal, and he said, I'll be late, I'll probably send an ambulance. So nobody was around when all this happened. He was alone at home. And my father is generally a person who gets scared. So he must have gotten scared, thinking, what is happening to me? From shoulder cramp to feeling tired to starting to shiver. It was different kind of symptoms. Nothing was constant. Then he has walked out. In CCTV footage, this is what we found. He went outside. This was around 10:10. He walked outside. He called a neighbor. So he told her that I am not feeling well. Come right now. So she came running. She came around 10:13. She saw my father. He told her, take me to hospital right now. He changed clothes right away, and he told her, but she didn't have a car, and they have to take him by car. So she went around 10:16 to her flat to get back, to collect, bring people and all that, and to bring car and all that. So she spent about 10 minutes to bring a car and gather people and all that. So when she went, my father was walking and was was talking, and he said he's finding it difficult to breathe. Around 10:16 this was. Then when she came around 10:26, so it took about 10 to 13 minutes. That time he was unconscious, it seems. Back, he was lying on the bed, half unconscious. She came with some other people. She came with our acquaintance called Somanna, and he tried they tried CPR, it seems. Back that time itself, he was kind of unconscious. They tried talking to my father, and he just said, that's it. Then they had to carry him. When she left around 10:13, 10:16, he was walking, and by 10:26 he had to be carried around. He had lost consciousness. So then they carried him and took him outside, and they had to carry him and put him in the car. And after that, he didn't speak anything much, it seems. And they then took him to TMFI hospital here, and then the doctors tried, I don't know what it is called, that cardiac thing where they tried giving a shock to the heart and the injection and all that. And by 10:45, they told he's no more, he left us. And after that, our lives changed forever. Nothing feels good. Nothing feels good. Our house, he was a very active person, very lively, you know, very happy with life, very joyful, and he was a very loud person. The house suddenly fell silent after he left. Nothing feels good. No festivals feel good. We had Krishna Janmashtami after that. We had Ganesh Chaturthi now. Nothing feels good without him. I was very close to my parents. I am the only daughter, and my parents were like my two eyes, and now I'm just blind. I have lost an eye with my father being no more. Until then, I didn't know the pain of others who lost parents, but now it's relatable what they must be going through, hearing that news that their father is no more, seeing their mother go through that pain. My mother suddenly felt dull. My mother is saying she doesn't want to live anymore. She also wants to die. Hearing all this just pains the heart. I can't be weak in front of my mother. I have to give her strength while I am myself weak. Everything and anything in the house reminds us of him. He was he used to always my father always helped people without expecting anything in return from them. He didn't expect anything in return. He used to help a lot of people in finding jobs, in getting people married, and taking people to hospital, taking people to doctors. He knew a lot of doctors around, and he was friends with so many people. He had contacts everywhere, and he was like a go-to person for everybody if they needed any help in their lives. And he knew a lot of doctors, but it was no use in his last time. In the last few minutes of his life, nothing helped. We knew doctors, we knew hospital people, but nothing came to use. I mean, my regret in life is that I should have been with him. At least I could have given him some confidence that don't get scared, we'll find something, we'll do something, don't worry. I don't know what and all must have gone through him in his last minutes. I am sure he must have not known, he himself must have not known that he is going to die, because he was such a lively person, full of life, full of ashe, you know, full of wishes. He wanted to celebrate my daughter's first year birthday here in Udupi, in Lions Bhavan, very grandly, and he wanted my baby to stay with them. He wanted to roam around so many places. He wanted to do foreign trips. I bet he himself didn't know he'll die. And for us, it still feels he's somewhere around. He's gone outside. He'll come in sometime, and then reality hits that he's no more. He's no longer with us. He will not never come back. My mother is affected a lot. She is having sleepless nights. She's got vertigo now, and it feels that her head is spinning. She's When she wakes up from sleep, her head spins. She's got vertigo now. Only God should give her strength. My mother, especially, only God should give her strength. I feel bad that my baby will not have a grandfather, will not have her grandfather. My grand my father loved my child a lot. That maternal grandfather love can never be replaced. Nobody else can love. My father loved all kids in general, and and pampered every other kid. And now my regret is when the time came to pamper his own grandchild, God took his away from us. I don't know why God was so unfair. I had shot a lot of content before, so I thought I'll stop everything. Nothing feels good to do. But then my mother told that my father loved my YouTube channel. He used to, tell people around that my daughter has a YouTube channel, Lakshmi Kamath Vlogs. Please subscribe. And I'm myself very hesitant to publicize about my channel. But he was very proud of my achievements. He was a very proud father, very proud grandfather, very proud husband, of very proud father-in-law. Of any achievements that we had in our life, my father was the most proud of it. He used to, tell people that my daughter has a YouTube channel. Has 3,000 subscribers. Any small achievement of ours was a big achievement for him. So my mother told that he wanted you to continue, he wanted you to grow, don't stop it. For him, you have to make YouTube videos and grow in life. So for that, I shot this video, and I have lot of content which I've already shot before July 11th. There is Shari shopping vlog, my baby's first postpartum, my baby's first time going to our flat here in Udupi. That is after 45 days of postpartum. Sari shopping vlog. And then there are 2 3 sorry shopping vlogs that we bought for the function, and so many things which all happened before this. Those were the happy times. Now nothing feels good. I will take some time and I'll post videos which were shot before my father left us, and I'll edit and post them in some time. Please take care of your parents. Tell them that you love them. Make a phone call right away. Do not have regrets in life. I at least told, I have no regrets that way. I told my father I loved him. I thanked him for, everything that he did for me in my life. He's given me the best education. He sent me to Little Rock Indian School. He was the only earner in the family. He had to manage a house and he had to manage an expensive school. He sent me to the best college, best school, Little Rock Indian School. He sent me to the best college, MIT, Manipal. He gave me best education. He made me, capable of everything. He sent me to all sorts of classes. He bought me a scooty. He supported me in everything I did in my life. I told him something and it was done right away. I told him I wanted to buy a scooter, and the scooter was right in our house the next day. I told him that we wanted to buy a flat. He inquired around what flat, which builder, and everything, and he helped us with everything. He was my strongest support system. And then my pregnancy journey, he did my 5th month pregnancy rituals very grandly. He arranged everything. My 7th month Seemantha, my 7th month Gurbini Kappad, my baby shower, everything, and then my baby's cradling ceremony. Whatever I told, he only did everything, all the preparation. He gifted me a lot of gold jewelry. Oh God, he has done everything for me, and I have told him all this. So I told him I love him a lot. Without his support, I'm nothing. I have told him. And I tell that to my mother also today, that without you both, I am nothing. So, yeah, do that to your parents. because once they are gone, you will have that regret that you never made that phone call. You never told them that how much you love them, how much they mean to you. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them thank you for everything they did to you. And also, yeah, get their full body checkups done. You don't know what is the problem. Also, go for a full body checkup with the liver, lungs, and coronary checkups, heart checkups, whatever that is ECG, echo, TMT, angiogram, whatever requires. Keep asking them that do you have any body pain, any leg pain, whatever pain it is. Do not ignore after age of 60 because they will ignore. Make sure you pull them to the doctor. You get their checkups done. Yeah, that's all I wanted to tell in this video. I'm praying for my father's soul, Om Shanti, praying that God gives Sadgati to my father's Atma, and for all the good things he has done in his life. I hope I continue the legacy. I hope I can continue all the good things he has done. He has helped a lot of people in the various different ways, and I hope I can do that too. I will also be able to help people. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a great day and take care of your parents. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Bye. Jai Shri Krishna.